What's up, guys? My name is Gary Blackwood. Welcome back to the vlog. I'm here at the Lucky Lady Casino in Los Angeles, and this is one of the sickest sessions that I have ever played, involving some big action players, $100 straddles, 3 high all-ins, and a boatload of Coronas. Let's not mess around. Let's get straight into the action. So the game is starting short-handed. It's going to fill up later on. A couple of small pots here and there coming my way before I get unnecessarily silly with this 7 deuce offsuit. It is a stream game. I am required to give some action as one of the pros in the game. I raise up the 7 deuce pre-flop and double barrel it before just giving up on the river. Let's try something a little stronger now, picking up ace queen offsuit in the big blind. Middle position is going to limp in, and the small blind makes it $30 to go. He doesn't even have chips yet, and I am re-raising the guy. I make it $115 to go in the big blind. Action's back on the small blind, and he announces 400. This is a 4-bet to $400. He's 1.5k effective as his chips arrive. I doubt he's 4-bet bluffing me here, so I just let it go. And he shows me 2 black kings. Kind of happy to see that after I fold. Nice hand, sir. I'm stuck $400 after a couple of hands. Not off to the best of starts, but the bounty game is starting. If you win 3 hands in a row, you win $100 from everyone at the table. And early on, seat 5 in the small blind, he has got 2 bounties. That means the rest of the table is on defense. And you guys know me, I love to defend more than anyone else. There have been several limps for $5 here before I look down at pocket 9s in the hijack. I raise it on up to $80 because the small blind is forced to call, so a big old raise seems pretty appropriate here. Small blind is going to make the call, and the low jack calls as well. We go to a flop which comes down 8-4-4 with 2 clubs. It's a decent start here for my pocket 9s, and I decide to bet out. I bet out for $85. Action is on the small blind, and remember, he's got 2 bounties. If he wins a third, he wins 100 from everyone at the table, and he is going to check raise. He makes it $450 to go. There's a pretty big check raise. I don't have a spade. It's a wet board. Given the dynamics, I think I've just got one option here. I shut my eyes and I announce that I'm all in. I don't actually shut my eyes. I think that would be a bit of a tell, but I do announce that I'm all in, and I fade the snap call, which is always a relief, to be honest. My opponent says that he's messed up, and then he starts talking about what I might have. I have no idea what this guy has got, to be honest, but then he says that I might have ace high, and he's got outs versus ace high, so he makes the call. I really don't know what's happening here. I table my hand, he tables his. He has got king 9 offsuit. He has called it off with king high. He's hoping to hit a king or a 9, and the double bounty, it just makes the game absolutely crazy. I'm quite surprised to see this, but we're in amazing shape here. Running it twice. The first turn is a club. There's always a sweat. He's just turned the world. He can now hit a club or a king for half of this 3.5k pot and the bounty. But we are just going to hold on the first one. Absolutely delighted. Second turn is safe. 1 card left to come. And thankfully, we fade the king to scoop in this. Let's be honest, it's quite a ridiculous pot here, to be honest. It is a great feeling. And I had to get my fellow vlogger, Giljack, to record me dragging in the pot as I do so. Love playing with Gil. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't yet seen his content, check it out. There's a link in the description of this video. Gil himself is on double bounty alert, and he's looking good with 1 card to come until... Yeah! Yes! Thankfully, the river stops him winning the bounty. There is no malice in this. It's all part of the fun. We just want to save ourselves some money. We've also got a couple of buckets of beer on the go as well. Chips are flying, beers are flowing. I got to tell you, Tuesday nights at the Lucky Lady, it is the place to be. Next up, I've got pocket 7s in the big blind. There have been 5 limps, and the cutoff, who has just won the bounty game, he gets to keep his button. So if he wins again, he gets another $100 from everyone. So when the action is on me, I throw out a big old raise. I make it $300 to go. The first limper is a young, aggressive kid called Justin, and he is actually going to limp raise me. He makes it $800 to go. This is a big, big limp raise, but we're kind of deep, and I think he's going to be pretty nutted when he does this, so the implied odds are pretty good. I make a loose call here with my pocket 7s, and the poker gods reward me. It comes down king 10-7 with 2 clubs. Sometimes it just pays to be me. My opponent's going to bet out for $400, and there's a big difference between flopping a set of 7s on king 7 deuce rainbow and king 10-7 with 2 clubs. Given his limp raising range is really strong and the board is so wet that I'll be shoving so many draws and combo draws here, I think I can rep a draw to get max value from aces, ace king, and also those queens and jacks might just put me on a draw. So I move all in. I move all in for 2.4k. Unfortunately, I fade the snap call, and I'm kind of regretting my decision to jam. He's tanking for a little while, and at this point, I think he's just got queens or jacks here always. I am really hoping my bluffy-looking jam doesn't force him to fold, and after tanking for 2 whole minutes, he makes the call. Let's go. I immediately table my hand, and he nods his head. We're running it twice for this pot. We're 6.5k up against an unknown hand. I really want to win this pot, but I also really want to grow my YouTube channel. It's kind of plateauing a little bit, so if you guys could do me a quick favor, if you haven't yet subbed to the channel, pause the video, click the sub button. I would really appreciate it. Now, let's see if we can win this massive pot.
Oh my god.
That's me.
I hit.
Is it a jackpot?
Quads on the first board, a boat on the second board. Both are good, and I am going to scoop in this really, really nice pot. My opponent in this hand is a young lad called Justin. Really nice kid, and to be fair, he takes this beat really well. He taps the table, he says nice hand, he rebuys, and he goes again. As for me, I can't even count my stack yet, because just a few minutes later, I pick up pocket queens in the hijack. The low jack has raised it on up, and I re-raise it to $105. Small blind is actually going to cold call. He's the guy that had the king 9 earlier, and the low jack calls as well. There's an ace in the window, but there is a queen behind it. Another set for me. Nobody touch me. I am on fire right now. I bet the flop for $110. Both players are going to make the call. This pot is escalating, and the turn is another 5 to give me a boat. This is insane. Easy bet again. I bet $435 on the turn, and the small blind sticks it in for a tiny bit less than that. I am praying the hijack continues. I am praying he's got 6-5 suited, but he does just let it go. How bad do I run? Just kidding, obviously. Small blind has got ace 10. We run it twice at his request, and after 2 absolute bricks, I have won another really nice pot. I've stacked another opponent, and I am finally able to count my stack after this hand. I'm up 5.5k after 20 minutes of complete insanity. I've got $8,000 in my stack. Remember, this is a 5-5 game. This is absolutely insane. We've now got a PLO double board bomb pot, and I have flopped bottom set and an open-ended straight drop. It checks to me on the flop, and I pot it for $225. This might be a mistake, but it's a 1k cap. You cannot lose more than 1k, so I think it's fine. If it was uncapped, I wouldn't be potting it here, and you face a raise, it gets really ugly. But yeah, given it's a cap, I bet out for $225. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 callers. How the hell is that possible? The 2 turns roll off, really not great for me, and the small blind leads out for $775. This is the cap bet. He is going to get 2 calls before it gets back to me, and ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider calling here, but 3 things. 1, it's a very soft game, so it's not completely impossible that I'm ahead. 2, the price I'm being offered is just ridiculous. It's just such a good price we're getting, and most importantly, number 3, I've had about 4 beers at this point. Yep, I call. Gonna put all the cards on screen right now, and I told you, it's not inconceivable. I am actually ahead here. Need to hold for half the pot, but a straight completes on the river to crack my set of deuces, and I'm of course dead on the other board. I was a bit surprised to be ahead, and honestly, given I'm up so much and I want to be invited back, I don't mind calling it off there with bottom set for $775, so long as it gets me a seat in future games. Between this bomb pot and losing a few more hands, and then losing in the stand-up game and paying out the $250 bounty here with Gil, I am now up stuck. I'm actually going to lose the stand-up game again 30 minutes later. I'm really bleeding hard here after this PLO bomb pot. Just no good hands at all. I was up 5.5k. I'm now only up 3,400. Being up stuck is the worst, let me tell you. Let's see if we can get some back here with this ace-jack offsuit in the small blind. After a $40 raise, I am going to make the call. We go 5 ways to the flop, and it comes down queen-jack, 7 rainbow. Decent start. I've got second pair. I am going to check, and it is just going to check all the way around. Turn is the 4 of hearts, and we check it on over to middle position. He bets out for $150. I'm going to make the call here with second pair. Don't love seeing this straddle call as well. That's really not ideal. River is a 7, and I kind of just want this to check round with second pair, but MP keeps on betting, and it is a big old bet. He bets out for $650. Now, I doubt he checks a queen on the flop. I doubt he bets this big with a queen on the river, and I doubt he ever has a 7 given he's led out on the turn. It's a little scary. The straddle's got a lot of 7 7x, but I think I'm good here versus middle position. So I'll go ahead and make the call. Happy to see the straddle fold, and middle position tells me I've got it. I pick off the bluff. He's got king 10, and again, I am back to dragging in a nice pot. After losing back 2k, I needed this for my sanity, to be honest. Just kidding, of course. It is just part of the fun swinging around like this. The game is huge. It's now 5-10, multiple straddles. Everyone is super deep, and now we've got a round of $100 straddles on the button. This is a 5-5 game that is just absolutely popping off, and I am here for it. On my button straddle, I look down at Jack 8 offsuit and a new player to the game. He's insane action. He's been so aggressive. He's playing every hand, and now he has decided to limp in. Let's just play the hand and see what happens.
Oh, man.
Check it down.
What'd you ask?
9-3.
Just kidding.
500 right now.
I was kidding.
You get 2 pair on both?
On one board. I won one board.
Oh, you chopped?
Yeah, we
Oh,
chopped.
they see you won both.
No.
Was she pissed?
Yeah, of course. What do you mean?
She doesn't even get pissed when she loses, bro.
She'd be pissed if she won.
Dude, remember when I had the boat? I was in the boat. She didn't even. Is this steak? Dude, she didn't react. Did she react to it?
Did I what?
Did she react?
7.
Yes.
Bad river.
Good river then.
But I do, the kids call this a blocker, so.
Yeah.
The 8 of hearts, mate. Can you beat it? The 3 of clubs? Call.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Nice answer.
The oldest trick in the book.
Oh, I've been playing like a fiddle. Even the dealer was shrieking with laughter after this hand. It's complete ownage. Everyone knows that when someone shows one card, the other one is really strong. If I wasn't 2 full buckets of Corona deep myself, I would have remembered that and probably folded. Still, what can you do? Next up, I've got ace 3 of diamonds. Button straddle is still on for this next one, and the low jack makes it $300 to go. He's got quite a short stack here, and he's not exactly a nit, so a suited ace for about 10 big blinds. I decide let's do it. I make it $775 to go, just trying to isolate the original raiser. I really want this to fold round to him, which thankfully it does, and he moves all in for 1k total. I got exactly what I wanted. I, of course, make a call. We're running it twice here at my opponent's request. He has got pocket 8s. Let's see if we can win.
Olena, I need help. I need help.
For how much is he all in?
Over 1,000.
Alright, chop it up.
Oh shit.
This
was ready to
Oh man.
Not cool, man.
I need an 8.
Jack.
Jack.
Jack. Oh man. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
No.
Alright, Queen 10.
Oh no.
Queen 10 suited of diamonds. Oh, my god, we're screwed. What do you mean scoop?
Flush.
Yeah, not flush.
Oh,
That's what I mean, I would scoop.
nice.
Yeah, not flush.
Thank you. All right, 2 things. Firstly, this game is pretty soft. The guy with Queen 10 of diamonds thinks he would have scooped. And secondly, how good am I running at times? I've gotten it in really bad. I've banged off an ace. I've banged off a flush, and I am dragging in another pot. Quick side note, see if you can take a look and see how much money is on the table here. There's absolute chunks on the table, and it's just absolutely insane. One guy's sitting with like a 15k stack right now, and he is the loosest goose of all time. He's going to raise it on up to $50 in this next hand. Cutoff is going to make the call, and with ace 10 offsuit in the big blind, I think we've got a pretty easy squeeze here. This guy, a quick spoiler alert, you're going to see just how much of a loose goose he is in about 3 minutes time. Anyway, I decide to just call. Straddle is going to make the call, and the flop comes down 10 4 deuce rainbow. The loose goose is going to bet out for $100. Cutoff is going to make the call, and this is a very easy raise here with top pair top kicker. I make it $400 to go. To my absolute devastation, the loose goose is going to get out the way, but the cutoff sticks around to make the call. Turn is an ace to give me top 2 pair. I'm running incredibly well so far tonight, and I bet out for $650. Definitely want to build a pot and set up for the river jam if possible. It is not possible because my opponent decides to move all in. He jams all in for 2.6k. I don't have much of a read on this guy. He's not playing as loosely as the other players, but no real reads. I've got top 2 pair. I, of course, make the call. He's got pocket 4s. This is really ugly. Good flop, amazing turn. But unfortunately, I've run into pocket 4s. We are not able to suck out, and I have lost a big old pot here, really nasty cooler, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, my profit is down to $1,150. I was up like 5.5k at peak, and now I'm only up $1,150. It's nasty, but what can you do? There's a player in the game who had a 15k stack about 30 minutes ago, and now he is rebuying. It's insane. He's playing every hand, super loose, super aggressive, having a lot of fun in the process, but he's just giving so much action, and it is gonna shape this next hand. Several players have limped in for $20, and I look down at King 9 of Hearts in the cutoff. I don't manage to show it to the camera, we're 9-handed and it's a little tight, but I promise you, it's there. I call as well for $20, 2 more players call, and then this player in the straddle makes it $300 to go. I expected that, to be honest. I've got a plan, I'm sticking with it. Even under the gun, calling the $300 raise can't deter me from what I'm about to do. It is the classic over limp King 9 suited, and then back jam all in for 3.2k. What's more, the player in the straddle is going to fairly quickly make the call. Under the gun gets out of the way, I was a little happy to see that, and we are up against 3 deuce offsuit. Mamma mia! This is a 6.5k pot with king high versus 3 high. What's more, we're going once at my opponent's request. I am sweating this one a little bit, but the flop is 9 high. That is absolutely dreamy. A big sigh of relief. My opponent does have some backdoor draws, and the 10 on the turn is going to give him some chop outs. He can now hit a jack or a 6 for his money back, but I am able to hold, and this absolutely ridiculous pot of around 7k is coming my way. It's just absolutely insane. I've overlimped, I've backjammed, I've been called by 3 high for this huge pot. It's just an insane game. It's off the chain, and I really like my line given the players involved, but it was a little sweaty when my opponent had 2 live cards. It's a huge pot being pushed my way, and I am in a decent amount of profit again, but no time to even count it, because a few minutes later I pick up King 10 of clubs in middle position. Again, not showing my cards to the camera because it's tight, it's 9-handed. I raise it on up to $35, the button makes the call, and the small blind calls as well. We go 3 ways to the flop, and it comes down 10-4-3 with 2 clubs. I've got top pair, good kicker, flush draw. Really good start here. The small blind is waiting for chips from the chip runner, but that's not going to stop him leading out for $100. And yeah, I've got the flush draw and top pair and all that stuff, but I think he's just leading any 2 cards here. So I decide to just call, let him bluff on future streets, keep him nice and wide basically. The button is going to wake up with a hand, it seems, because the button is going to raise here to $450. The small blind is going to make the call here. I am, of course, calling as well, and we get the jack of clubs on the turn, instant service. Small blind checks, I check, and I'm devastated to see the button check back. River's a red 7. If I was good before, I'm definitely still good. It's just a question of how big do we want to go here. I settle on $1,100, just trying to get a crying call from either player. Thankfully, the button is going to make the call, and 2 seconds later, the small blind calls as well. I table my hand. I am of course good after just 2 calls on the river. I was hoping to get 1 call, but I've managed to get paid twice in this spot. This is a 2.2k profit on the river bet alone. What an incredible couple of hands and an amazing 10 minutes of poker. I was up, stuck, a little tilted, and now after stacking up my chips, I'm able to count. I've got a huge profit now. I'm up 7.3k, almost 10k in my stack. This is nuclear heat. It has been insane action, but unfortunately, the game is going to get short. We're now 5-handed. A lot of the really crazy action players have tapped the table, but that's not going to stop a lot of big pots still to come. Next up, I've got King 9 offsuit in the small blind. I raise it on up to $140 because the $40 straddle is on, and Justin is going to defend. He's got 1 bounty here, and the flop comes down 10-7-6 with 2 hearts. I've got that gut shot, the overcard to the board. I bet out for $150. Justin isn't going anywhere. He makes the call, and we see a jack roll off on the turn. I've now got that double gutter working for me, so I bet again, this time for $450. Just trying to take it down right here, right now, but unfortunately, Justin is gonna make the call. River is an offsuit 9, not really what I was looking for, but I do think my hand makes for a reasonable bluff on the river, so I decide to unload the clip. I fire that 3rd barrel for $1,125. This is a big, big river bluff. My opponent is thinking over his options, he's taking his time, he's making up his mind. Unfortunately, he is gonna make the call. I say you win, and he turns over 10 deuce offsuit. What an incredible call. RIP Doyle. This is an amazing call from my opponent, and you gotta give credit where it's due. This is a 6-6 call, and you gotta just tap the table and say nice hand. Credit where it's due. This is an incredible call from my opponent. We actually chatted about the hand afterwards, and he gave his reasoning for making the call. It was a really nice breakdown from him, and he's kind of owned me, to be honest. It's a very nice hand. So about 10 minutes later, Justin is on the button. He's got 2 bounties, and he's gonna put in a big raise pre-flop. He makes it $300 to go. I look down at Ace King, absolute dream spot because he's raising light, and I'm supposed to 3-bet light and all the meta of the double bounty and stuff like that. I make it $1,600 to go. We're pretty fucking deep here, to be honest. Like 7K or something like that. He is just gonna fold. Maybe a little too big in hindsight, but I am gonna win the pot, and I'm going to win a bounty button. Next hand, very next hand, I'm in the $10 straddle and look down at King 6 offsuit. It folds to me. I make it $80 to go, which I think is too small. The $20 straddle is on, and I should be going a little bigger. But Giljack has absolute rags. He cannot defend, and I have 2 bounty buttons. What's more, I'm on the button for the very next hand, and I look down at pocket aces. Are you kidding me? There have been several limps for $20 before it gets to me, and I raise it on up to $350. I am praying that somebody plays back at me, and my prayers are answered when Justin makes it $2,000 to go. He has called 4-bet for $2,000, and I am sitting here with aces. Have I died and gone to heaven? Is this real life? This is the kind of spot we dream about as poker players. All right, it's back on me. I've got aces in position versus a young aggro kid who's going to be squeezing really wide. I, of course, should just call, but here is the thing. It's 1 a.m. I've been throwing back Coronas all night. I don't want to have to think about what to do after the flop. I know full well that I should just call here, but for the reasons stated, I decide to just rip it in. It does not matter, though, because he quickly makes the call, and he has got ace king. This is just an unbelievable spot. It is incredible. This pot is worth over $15,000. I've got aces v ace king. We are going twice here, and the first card we see is gonna be a king. Dealer, please, no.
King once, one time. Jack.
A sweat on both boards, but in the end, my aces are good. I am able to hold, and I am dragging in this huge pot. It is one of the biggest pots, certainly top 10 that I've ever played in my life. All it took was aces, 2 bounty buttons, an aggressive kid with ace king, and we scoop in this massive pot. The dealer counts out my stack. The jam was for $8,190, which means this is a 16.4k pot in a 5-5 game. This is insane. It takes ages to drag it in and stack it up and count it and kiss it and hug it and hold it and love it, and oh my god, I'm just so happy. I'm also going to win the bounty from everyone at the table, which is like a nice added extra, but of course the main focus, the massive pot that we've just won. I also get to keep my bounty buttons, and in the next hand, I look down at pocket tens. This feels a little bit unfair. I win it pre-flop, and again, everyone owes me $100. Talk about nuclear freaking heat. All good things must come to an end, though. In the end, the game is going to wind down, it's going to break, and we are tapping the table after just an incredible night of action, an insane night of poker. I finished up $14,690 in the end, which is an insane amount for a 5-5 game. Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor, click that sub button if you've enjoyed the show, and I'll see you in the next one.